Communication is everything. Hey, it's Maria, and I was thinking today about communication and how it is everything. It's communication with your spouse, with your office, with your loved ones, with your clients, and about how horribly, generally, most people communicate. So, for example, if you're going to be late to meet a client or you're going to be late to a meeting, you call and you tell them that you are running late. I apologize and I'll be there as soon as I can. Just not calling and just showing up whenever is it's not cool. I was late today for our meeting, about 15 minutes. I called in advance and let them know that I was going to be 15 minutes late. And because of the one appointment was late, made me late for the next appointment, which made me 11 minutes late for the next appointment. And I reached out to that other seller and I let him know I'm running a little bit late for a phone call, and not a problem. People want to be communicated to. I don't care what it is, but if you don't communicate that way all the time, then you don't communicate like that at all with anybody. And when people are constantly, I'm just using this as an example because it came up today. But when people are constantly late or not on time and they don't call, it's a sign of clear disrespect for the other people's time. We had a closing a couple weeks ago. The buyer was 45 minutes late for closing. They waltzed in like it was no big deal. Meanwhile, the office is there, the title clerk is there. No communication on his part. He's the one that picked the time. He picked the 9 o'clock closing. Well, if you're going to have a 9 o'clock closing, pow, show up on time. But communication is everything. I like to sometimes over communicate if I feel I need to make sure that what we spoke about is exactly what the other person understood it to be. Sometimes I've followed up with a text or an email to make sure that they understood what we discussed and what was said and what the next steps were. Sometimes when people are on the phone, they're not listening in entirety and they might miss something. So you can never over communicate. You can never follow up too much. You can never call the opportunities, the leads in your database too much. People that want to do something want to hear from you. They don't want to not hear from you. I've been communicating with this potential seller every week. I go by the house. It's not too far from here, maybe 4 blocks or so. But I walk by on my walk and I check in to see how much work was done or not done. I look in the window and I give an update. I'm not asked to do anything, but I know he wants the property done and he is not here in the city. And so I provide him an update for no reason whatsoever. He didn't ask. I'm just doing it. I am just doing it. We don't always have to be told to do something or asked to do something. We should just sometimes just do things because you know what? It's a kind and nice thing to do to keep people updated. So if you're having difficulties in your relationships, think about, am I communicating properly? Am I getting my point across? Am I saying how I feel if there's something, and don't hide it under the rug. And it's really important because it affects all areas of your life. And today I was very upset about a multitude of things. Lots of different reasons why I was upset today. And I started out with a really good day. And by the time I actually got to the office within 30 minutes, I had all these things that came up, and it comes down to lack of communication. So I think that if you are listening to this, take a check at yourself. Are you communicating properly? Are you saying how you feel? Are you putting it all out there in a nice way? Are you showing up on time? Are you letting people know if you're not going to be there? Is there a reason? Not a reason. When will you be there? What's going on? What happened? Is it okay to text your spouse when you're both lying in bed looking at your phone? I would say no. I would say, but if the spouse was in the basement watching TV and you were in the bed watching TV and you didn't want to yell down 3 flights of steps, then yes. But no, I would not text my spouse who was laying in the bed next to me. But Peter, maybe Ann likes that. I don't know. You're cute. Nonetheless, over communicate, get your message across, make sure people know what you said. Send a message via text, send a message email. Oh, this reminds me, do not text people and have a conversation in text. It's not cool, especially in a business world. You don't go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth on text. You say, okay, I'm right in the middle of something. As soon as I'm done, we can get on the phone and have a conversation. Not because in text messages or you should be used for like, hey, confirming dinner Saturday at 7:00. Meet you at Barclay Prime or wherever. Or I'm on my way, or I'm running a few minutes late. I'm in the Uber. They're stuck in traffic, whatever. Just communicate with people. That's text. You can do that. You can say that really quickly, but you don't have a whole big dialogue. There's sometimes I call agents or deals and they will not answer the phone. All they want to do, you need to have a conversation because when you text, some things can become construed in the wrong way. And you don't want that to happen, especially with a client, especially with the deal. You do not want that to happen. And by the way, don't deliver bad news in a text either. Pick up the damn phone and call the person and tell them what the story is. No texting, don't chicken out. You're a professional. Be one. Act like one. Pick up the darn phone and have communication. I got the craziest thing. I sent a message saying I wanted to confirm an appointment for tomorrow morning early because I thought nobody would be in this commercial building. Nonetheless, I get a message back that says, are they putting in a full price offer and what's the financing? How are they paying for it? I'm like, we're just scheduling a second showing. I don't know. But why don't you pick up the phone and call me? I don't get it. Anyway, rant is over. People communicate. And dinner is Thursday. Thursday. Love you. I just want the best for everybody. I want to be communicated to properly. Okay. Get it? Have a great night. Done ranting. Communication is everything. Ciao, ciao.